I knew heading out into that forest that we wouldn't deserve the footage that returned to us, but I did it anyway. I took the C70 out with the 600mm prime lens, 2011, if it was a foot. 900 equiv, HD 180, even further. The cinema was ours.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
The reason today's shot looks so amazing is because I have a hair light hidden out of the scene. C70, 24mm 1.4. So I take this thing out knowing full well that it would be a nightmare because there's no EVF. It's just, can I manually focus with this? And the autofocus was surprisingly well. So what I did was 4K 60 because I wanted to see the full DGO sensor. Last time I did this, it was 4K 120, which kicks you out of the Canon magic. So no thank you. And if you're curious what the focal length is, outside, this is 8K full frame, that same 600mm lens on the Canon R5 Mark II. That's what that looks like. And then boom, this is the C70 with that same lens, 4K 60, so it's Super 35 crop. And then at the end, I started doing the HD 180, which is a Super 16 crop, which is that. And so like that was insane. And side by side with the Canon R5 II cropping with 8K, is it equal? Nothing is equal. So first thing I saw was some pigeons, not even at the park yet. And I was like, oh my God, there's pigeons. Oh, look at you all. Sure, I focused on the wrong one, but this one pulled the focus. Look at that. That image though, it's just like, it's sharp, but not in a scratchy way. How dare you focus pull to that one? Oh, what a mistake. Oh, that was a mistake, but that's a beautiful image, man. This is all handheld too. So went out to Brickworks, my local swamp area, saw some geese. They've returned from the winter. They were like 100 miles away from me, this red-winged blackbird. You're covering up your face. Don't worry, I got better shots of him later on. He was screaming at me. Come on, come around the side, buddy. So this is just 4K 60, autofocusing, pretty good handheld. Like this is only lens stable. Okay, if you want to follow a guy, it's gonna not do so well. Okay, I was manually focusing that. Got a little closer to my geese homies, and there's just something about the image that is just so beautiful. I can't understand what I'm seeing. Like it's not overly sharp, but it is sharp. It's just filmic, there's like grain to it. I didn't have to do much exposure-wise because it's a 2011 on a crop sensor, and I have NDs, but I didn't even need to turn one. So it's all just proper 180-degree shutter rule here. And so everything was just good enough, maybe underexposed a bit, but like it didn't even matter. It was just too beautiful for our own words. And it was such a pain in the ass the whole day doing this. I was just like, damn, I'll never do this again. And then I get the footage back and I'm just like, damn. The two hardest things about this, first was just lining up the shot, because you're looking at a screen off to the side instead of directly through a viewfinder, and just trying to line it up was like, oh my God, this is hard. It took me forever to find this little bird. I was like, oh, there he is, finally. She, of course. And like eventually I got it. And then also trying to focus on the thing, that C70 screen is so terrible because it's glossy as hell. So it's hard to see anything. There's reflections always. Like it is a literal nightmare to do this. But I almost want to go out and do it right now again, just to get a movie. It was just like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the richness of the colors, the cleanliness of the shadows. Like what the hell is inside of this machine? How did you do what you did? Like they went for airy image. We want the best looking image possible, and then will they ever do it again? Will they do it full frame with like animal eye detection? I'd jump right into that. C90, full frame, DGO, bring it to me. So one interesting thing as we watch a 600mm vlog, I thought when I first took this combo out, the R5 II and the 600mm prime, I thought it looked a little cheap. Compared to the Nikon, I was like, damn, that lens is not as good as I thought it was. Then I took it out for another day and it looked better. It was all 8K 60. I was like, that's not bad. And now with the C70 footage, I'm just like, that looks so filmic. It's not the lens that is cheaper. It's just the R5 II has a bit more of that digital look. It's hard to even see, it's hard to even mathematically comprehend what you're seeing, but it's a beautiful thing, man. And another interesting thing we learned today, roughly the C70 has a 1.36 times crop. It's actually bigger than aps-c, because I zoomed in on the R5 and matched it. So that's roughly it. User error, probably slightly trying to zoom in and frame match. But it's actually a bigger sensor than aps-c. Fuji's 1.524 times, so not bad. And the HD 180 is actually a 2.73 times crop, which is identical to the 1-inch sensor. That's what a 1-inch sensor crop is. So it's kind of funny, and it looked so glorious. 1-inch sensor. And here's the last shot of the 4K 60. We're about to switch to HD 180, which is a Super 16 crop, manual focus only. And things got dark, but they got beautiful as well. So here's the first shot, same exact bird, same location. It took me forever. I cannot believe this bird waited. It took me at least 10 minutes to find out how to get HD 180 on. You have no idea the pain. You know why it was so damn hard? Because I couldn't see the menu outside. There's these grayed out boxes, and I'm like, that's probably the feature I need, and it's grayed out and I can't read it. Because this glossy ass screen, I'm trying to turn up the brightness and I'm just guessing, and I couldn't turn it on. Eventually, I finally turned it on, and I just can't believe how good this looks. Like, this is 2K Super 16, 180 frames per second. It's noisy as all heck, and I love the noise. I love how noisy it is. It's just so beautiful of an image. It's ridiculous. How do you look like that? This could be on any documentary of red-winged blackbirds stealing your purse. I got closer and closer to this one bird. He was just waiting there, saying like, hey, hello, hey, oh, come over, C70, DGO. There's not a lot of light coming in. It was a cloudy day, and that's partly why it was so beautiful. I was playing around with raising the ISO just to get my waveform to register this blackbird. I was like, man, but it's just a soft, pleasing touch. It's just, you feel like you're at your grandmother's house and she's watching a nature documentary, and you get right on in there. And it's just like, yeah, it's soft. It's not the best look, but this is freaking like, what, 15 million millimeters and like ISO 91 million, and it's clouds, and it's Tony 11, but I don't even mind it. Don't even mind it. But not bad, C70. You're a pain in the ass to use, and hot damn, there's so many things I would change in the Mark II. But like, if this is the direction Canon will hit in the future, DGO magic in a full frame, but actually capable of autofocusing and IBIS in there, or I don't know, man. I didn't even need the NDs with that Tony 11. The Tony 11 lens is an ND, basically. There's no light getting through that thing. And yes, I botched the filming of him coming onto land for the first time. This is how we evolved from fish. And we were fish once, and we saw that there was land, and we walked along it. And now we are fishmen. And yes, we have wives in the background, and they help us in many ways. Help us from hurting ourselves. And now we're duck men, fish boys. And that's a life I don't mind. Final shot, HD 180, manually focusing, because you cannot autofocus in this mode. I was just trying to track it. I was like, yep, come on in, buddy. I'll get you the whole way. It seemed doable, totally doable. If you slow down, if you have a slow enough creature, and he's just sneaking up on you, thinking, hey, do you have like sunflower seeds or something? You didn't bring anything because you're selfish. You only wanted to get footage, and he realized that. But that's fine. He's coming. He's gonna turn around any second. This clip isn't gonna last like an hour and a half because it's slow motion. It's good. He's turning around now. See, this is fine. You're still watching. You don't need to be stimulated every 10 seconds with a new flashy thing. It's a duck. This is good. You're still watching. You're totally not skipping over this part because it's a duck coming towards you. This is really interesting. Like, wow, what's he gonna do next? How close is he gonna get? Is he gonna be in focus the whole time? You're not focused on his tail. You could totally see the peaking was on his head. That's great. Now I see it. Yeah, okay, you're not in focus. Oh, a lot of people are clicking off this. Oh, okay, let's just stop the segment. Nah, I didn't nail it. So hot damn C70. I love this camera, even though I'm trying to sell it and would. I don't even know why. My only thought was like, oh, I'll just get a Fuji instead as a second body. That'll be funner to test. I do like testing new things and exploring. That's part of the fun here. But really, R5 II and that, like Netflix approves you. So what do you think of the footage? Something, explain it to me. One of you film buffs who are just like, this is what you're seeing. It's because grays blend into brown in a hue-like manner, and the roll-off of the highlights and the shadow roll-off. Not a lot of people talk about shadow roll-off. I don't know what I'm seeing. It's just beauty is upon us, as is Bitcoin donations. Upon me, at least, not to you. Subscribe for more.